Greetings, YouTube. This is ArcTheLad500, and I'm going to try and do talk-throughs. Well, the keyword is try. I would like to thank a lot of other talk-throughs for basically inspiring me to do this. I'll leave you unnamed for now, but if I'm subscribed to you, which is a good chance you inspired this. And obviously this is said SNES. Well, let's just open up this front mission. Well, I guess these guys translated it, but I'm afraid, yes, this is going to be the first talkthrough. Now, there's an interesting thing about this game. I've owned this, and I've played the shit out of it on the DS, but I've never actually played the Super Nintendo version. And there's nothing really happening. This intro is very pointless, as far as I remember. It just introduced you to some decent graphics for a Super Nintendo game. But again, I played the crap out of this game on the DS. So much so that when I first got it, I think I started and played through the game 10 times in a row, trying to get like a perfect party and all that. So, obviously, I can play through this game, and I love it very much. It is also one of the most underappreciated series from Squaresoft, usually being overshadowed by Final Fantasy. But nonetheless, it's a solid game. What it is obviously, that's a giant robot. It's a mecha game. But it's also a tactical RPG. So think like, I don't know, Gundam meets Final Fantasy Tactics. Cicada. I wonder what that could mean. I can barely read that text myself. I doubt you can. Front mission. Let's start. New game. Lloyd. Well, that's a first difference. In the DS version, his name is Royd. R-O-I-D. But I guess Lloyd sounds better. They assume it's just like a translation thing. You know, L is equal to R, whatever. Yeah, his picture also looks very pissed off compared to his DS version. I never got this too. What's the difference between his call sign and his name? Like, I never bothered to just try and notice a difference. I use default names. It's just the kind of person I am. I could, name it after people or other games, but whatever. So we're just going to go right into it. Operation Briefing. You are to depart on the cover of night from Manasa. The city on Huffman Island is under the jurisdiction of the Oceania Cooperative Union, or the OCU. Via submarine 30 kilometers along the coastline to reach the USN-controlled city of Fort Knox. Upon arrival, board the camouflage ship and make your way to the shore. You must then I'm retarded. I'm really bad at big words. Enemy factor. Tensions between our two countries are absolutely prohibited from engaging in any aggressive actions. Now, if you're wondering, the USN and the OCU, it's basically the USN are a collective of America, Canada, and Mexico. The OCU is like Japan, Australia, and like other parts of like Asia. Karen. Okay. Seems pretty boring to me. I don't plan on dying ever, so... I've been noticing a difference between the DS. Out of the few character portraits, people seem to look a little more pissed off. Oh, Karen's Lloyd's fiance. Oh, sarcasm is so lost when it's just text. That's what you get for joining the army. Okay, not really. What's wrong, Karen? Yeah, what the hell's up? Well, something must be serious because she can't fucking answer me. What the? Oh no! It's... What the hell is that big one? They were hiding in the factory, yet they appeared from behind her. I don't quite get that, but whatever. Oh no, it's... Edgar? Oh, Driscoll. Or Driscoll. Or Driscoll. Or whatever. I don't know. How far will we go? Player phase. Now, we're going to learn how to play the game. Up at the top is... Those numbers don't look quite as familiar. Well, I'm in a shrike, or shriek, kind of, no, that's what Lloyd calls his, mech. Every person calls their mech a different name. Lloyd's is Shrike, Shriek, Cicada's is Ryo, which, his name isn't Cicada in the DS version. And then this is just this random guy, and it's the type. So, obviously, yes. Let's go here. If we want to use an item, there's small repairs, whatever. And so we're gonna move there. And one thing I learned is that this guy isn't permanent, so he's gonna stand back. Well, yeah, you are surrounded. Maybe if you move, you wouldn't be. I'm sure she can handle this guy. Oh dear. How is she pretty good? What, she didn't die? If you notice his HP, they have 4 different HPs. The top one is, body, arm, their left arm and their right arm, and then their legs. If the body goes to 0, they die. If the arm goes to 0, they lose the use of that arm and anything that was equipped to it. Be it shield, missiles, gun, whatever. If the legs go, they can only move 1 space. So, being that she's lost both her arms and her legs, she's pretty much fucked. So, we gotta get there in a hurry. Hold on a second. If we press B, we can look at our status. But for now, we don't need to. So, we're just gonna get to it. I'll explain all your stats later. Oh dear. Oh, she's gone. Kia! Well, our fiancé has just died in front of our eyes. And what a hell of a way to start a game. Like, we don't have to wait like 30 hours of gameplay before you kill off a major character. No, let's just do it right off the bat. And obviously, I assume Lloyd is not happy at all. Okay, now this guy's attacking us. Now we're going to select what we want to counter with. Now this is a machine gun, and as you see, 4 times 6. That means we'll hit, I'm not sure, I think we'll hit 6 times for 4 damage each with a 74% chance of accuracy. 1 for 1 means 1 space away, and then I don't know what that means. Punch is basically 1 strong hit, but we want him to fire back with his gun. Yes, how could you? Now there's a priority list when it comes to attacking. Now, we get experience per body part, so if you want to get the most experience out of someone, you gotta destroy all of their parts, which is easier said than done. But there's a priority list on attacks. Guns will go before melee, unless of course you have the 1 melee skill that lets you go first regardless. And then, so use that to your advantage, because later you'll be able to aim for parts, and that's one good thing. If someone, say, goes up to melee someone with a gun, you can aim for their arm, destroy it, and they won't get a turn. Anyways, now he can attack him, but he can only attack him with his missiles. Let's try that. He's got a bone launcher, which will shoot 2 missiles for 14 damage each. Okay, let's do it. For missiles, you can only guard. Also, enjoy seeing them miss because at the very beginning, you will miss quite a bit. And I think I have to end it right there because I might be running out of time. So I'll see you next video, and hopefully I'll stop sucking at this and stop stuttering out my crap. Okay, bye.